I pledge allegiance to the flag of the... Oh, hi! You know, way back in grade school, when we learned the Pledge of Allegiance, they had to be sure that our right hand over our hearts. Well, let's talk a little bit about our heart today. When we think about our heart, a lot of people think that looks like this. This is a Valentine's heart, but this is not your heart, because your heart looks like this. As this is the most important muscle in your body, because without a heart, will you be just like the Tin Man of the Wizard from the Wizard of Oz. So you need a heart, and you need a healthy heart. A lot of people don't know much about their hearts. You should know where your heart is. Well, it's right here. And this is the actual size of a heart. This is how big it is. People say, oh, you have such a big heart. But this is really the size of a heart. Now, do you know what your heart does? Well, let me show you. Your heart pumps blood to the other muscles and organs of your body that needs the blood. Now, the blood travels to your arteries and gets to the other areas of a body. And because your heart is a muscle, or it needs blood too. Blood gets to your heart through something called the coronary arteries. These arteries are very important because you say to combine with block with fat and cholesterol, your heart muscle whack you with blood it needs. Then the heart muscle will die. And this is when you have a heart attack. Now, what upsets the heart? Well, the first thing is fat. Let me show you what I mean. It's too much fat fills up in your arteries, then the blood can't get through and it causes up. Think of all this sick stuff caked around your heart. I mean, your arteries. Pretty gross, huh? What else upsets the heart? Well, there's smoking, and too much stress in your life, and high blood pressure. All these things can cause damage to those important blood vessels we talked about. So why do we have to take care of our heart? Well, heart disease is the #1 cause of death at an early age in America today. And I think we should get every year bright guide wants us to hand. That's why I want you to learn how to keep your heart healthy. So if you don't want your heart to go all aflutter, here's what you do to keep it beating all day long. Exercise. I tell you this over and over again in these videos. Exercise is the most important ways to keep your arteries from clogging up and keep the blood flowing. It makes your heart stronger and healthier and reduces your chance of heart disease. Now don't smoke, this is tough. Smoking is a nasty habit. The smoke gets into your clothes and your hair and makes your eyes water. And worst of all, it causes damage to your heart. If you smoke, go to a doctor and get a program to quit. Have you had your blood pressure checked on a regular basis? Some people had high blood pressure because they're overweight. For others, it is a hereditary problem. Whatever the case is for you, make sure you get a check on your blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure and it's untreated, your chance for a stroke or heart attack can increase. Now reduce the fat and cholesterol at the food that you eat. Later on, we're going to talk about which food are high in fat and the substitute food. We're also going to learn about cholesterols. The only meal to make choices of food stay low in fat and cholesterol that are healthy for your heart. If you follow these rules, be sure to keep your heart on a healthy track. Now, you can always mend a broken heart. But if this one breaks, there isn't a bandage in the world that can fix it. So be a sweetheart and take care of the only one you got.